gave them an official closing ceremony, and it went extremely viral. And now the entire world has seen how corrupt this Bricks and Minifigs company is.
Victor's always had a way of bringing chaos to her doorstep.
We still gotta get the Legos back.
I plan to make a delivery of my own. A rocky fist to his metal face.
Not the most eloquent of solutions, Ben, but...
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1! All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
You can copy the Chinese signs and look into graphics.
Ancient, watchful, hungry.
Najee, come on, Najee, come on, Najee, get in the game, Najee, get in the game, Najee, get in the game, Najee.
Massive day for the unemployed. Gigantic day. I have no idea what this is. I saw something on Twitter. Oh, I saw the leaked conversation on Twitter, and that's it. I wonder if this is covering that or if it's about something else.
Day for the unemployed.
Wow.
Mischief just dropped the
Oh my god. Is this new? Is he wearing a sweater in the middle of the heat wave? Oh wait, that's it. Americans are fucking bad. You are not allowed to flex, but you can have AC. Okay? That's it. This is distasteful. This is animal cruelty. All the Europeans are crying right now. Me too. I'm also crying. Take this shit off. Be for real. Be serious. Look, what is that? Why does he look like a grammar teacher? I'm not gonna lie, with that frame, that wouldn't be my first thing that I would say. That, yeah, grammar teacher. Yeah,
We are undefeatable!
that's also what I was thinking. Absolutely. For sure.
Ember files, apparently rebuttaling a lot of the allegations in a 45-minute long video.
Can anyone tell me what that 9.7 means? I sometimes see it with like YouTubers using it, but what is that? Is it a gotcha rate or something? But I'm going to fool him because I don't want him.
Oh my, bro went full demon time. He even brought receipts. A judge has recommended that Miskiff's defamation claim against Emeru move forward. He uploaded a 45-minute video denying her allegations in full.
This video is that like a 9,000 long Google document.
And it is time to go into demon time.
Go ahead and grab your popcorn and let's get into it.
I'm Matthew Renato.
Wait. His name is Matthew? He's a Matthew? Wait, is his name? Is this his name? Oh, this is so soy.
Matthew Renato.
My name is Walter Hartwell White.
In October of 2025, on a live stream to her audience of millions, she accused me of...
Okay, but they have to know it's the music part of the thing because it's like...
Sexual assault, stalking.
Brother, you losing that game? Brother, that was not good, brother.
It's so good.
To be clear about the setup,
Not good, brother.
I am the
That was
one
not
who
good.
court. I sued her for defamation, meaning for making false accusations that damaged me. After her October 2025 live stream, the accusations spread everywhere.
I'm sorry, my mind is in the gutter every time he opens his mouth and I have a very different concept.
To most people, the story was already set. I was so wrong.
Hey, not your boy though, but I did say this. I'm not gonna accuse him of any crimes, obviously, but he is definitely guilty of being a cornball. That's actually moving on.
The truth is that in June 2026, a federal judge
Very serious.
reviewed her request to throw my entire case out and recommended the opposite, that it moves forward. So here's the accusations that she made on stream. These are in her words, as the judge quoted them. On October 2025, near the start of her life, by the magistrate judge, on the account of the transcript, she said she was, and quote, finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, assault, and threats of blackmail that Miskiff has done towards me.
You know, I really do wish sometimes these people would just solve this shit amongst themselves. Like, instead of putting it out to the internet, because, buddy, this is between you and her. Like,
psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual
a doll? I don't think so. Remember, everything has to be camera. I mean, honestly, if you sue someone and you don't make content out of it, did you actually even sue someone?
The first thing most people heard about was not that the accusations itself, it was that I had gone on my own stream and admitted to all of it.
Oh, this is good. 10 out of 10. Like, that's it. The lawyers just love them. You know, it's like, yes. Let me just demon time.
Brother, play the game, bro. Like, you're selling my game right now, Nudgy. You're selling my game right now. Like, play the game or just leave so we can get the point conversation, bro. Like, you're playing right now.
And I punched holes in the wall, slammed doors and crashed.
The worst thing about this is not that he punched the wall, is that there were holes, and it just makes me think about that American houses are built out of paper, and they're so fucking weird. Why don't you guys have walls? Like, you know, you have like actual walls that you can't just like punch and make holes. But it's like your knuckles will get dislocated.
Because of the punching thing, a lot of people just dismiss them in a way.
Almost no one listened to my side. Before I went live, Emery went live first. She told the world that I sexually assaulted her, abused her, and stalked her, before I had a single word in my defense. I deny those accusations completely. The word that came next came from everyone who heard her.
Bro, I guarantee you, if you would Google up these people, they all have like 10 followers, right? Like, who cares? It's Twitter. They must have.
The verdict was in before I even said a single word.
Hancock, all the way from the United Kingdom.
And when I did go live, I told my side and I stuck with it word for word each day. She has not. She has done exactly one live stream. And across that single stream, her story does not hold together. So why does the false version that I admitted to everything still win?
I mean, he did admit to being a bad boyfriend, but that's still a little far.
And I was aggressive at times. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, that I'm a...
By the eye of Agamotto! Supernova!
I'm sorry, but if you don't look like you're in your mid-40s, I can't get it out. I'm sorry. Brother, it's such a weird thing to say. Like, I know why he said it, right? He was trying to probably get rid of the creeps and the stalkers, but it's still such a fucking weird thing to say. You know, like, instead of like putting a plastic bag or like a McDonald's bag onto her, maybe, I don't know, get better security and shit.
Horrible boyfriend.
Old people can't wear pajamas. Nope.
Then I have a lot to work on for myself.
Yeah, he might be a bad boyfriend.
Old people only allowed to sleep naked. Okay? I'm sorry. You heard it here.
Right, but he still doesn't deserve that label.
So in Emery's filing, her motion calls it spontaneous. The live stream was spontaneous, unedited, and unscripted, speaking openly and vulnerably in the moment.
I mean, it wasn't spontaneous. It wasn't edited, but it was scripted because she had like a paper or something, no?
Basically, she was saying that this was all spontaneous, but before starting her live stream, she said this was calculated, and the judge dismissed that.
Junk should not be heard now to argue that her defamatory comments were some off-the-cuff...
I'm sorry, what's a shunk? Is that someone's name? Or... is it a word? What does shunk mean?
Spontaneous, emotional response.
Her last name? Emery's last name is Shunk? Okay.
And the thing is, people still don't like this guy. The dislike bar speaks for itself.
Just speaks for itself.
Again, many things can be true at once. That's the beauty of nuance. Mizkif is still a weird, jealous boyfriend who cares about his girlfriend's Twitch viewership, and Emeru is a bit of a weird for saying that it was her emotional truth.
Sexual assault allegations. She called it sexual assault. Here's what she said happened and what I did. She told her audience, and later the court, that what happened between us on one night was sexual assault, a crime. She started kissing my face, and I let him do it. And then suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me.
I don't want to imagine Miskiff. This is too much fanfiction-y, bro. I don't need it in such great details. How you try to mount her and just, oh, dude.
Alright, it's not over! Chat, don't ever give up. Giving up's for losers, and you're not a loser.
A few weeks ago, I was talking to my mom about the new Superman movie that came out this year. I was telling her how I really enjoyed it and how it made me feel inspired and hopeful about the future. And her response to this was, your generation is always trying to feel inspired by something.
Yo! What? Your mom's a savage!
And well, yeah, we are.
Yeah!
It's not just the older people.
Because it's kind of fucked, like...
Even other...
Yeah, sorry, Mom. I can't fucking buy a house on a milkman's salary. I kind of have to look to things to not fucking want to blow my head move off.
Members of Gen Z are genuinely starting to believe that our generation is hopeless. Or to put it simply, we're cooked, chat. We're cooked, chat. Right now, waking up every day, the entire world telling you just aren't good enough. You're too young to leave, you're too lazy to work, and you're too stupid to have Since I started doing videos of my experiences as a Gen Z adult, I've come to realize that one of the biggest issues with our generation is that we've been abandoned by those who came before us. And I'm not here to be another young person blaming old people for all of my problems, but a lot of older people feel no responsibility to leave the door open. And honestly, I often make it a point to shut it behind them to make it harder for us to get in. There's no following my footsteps. It feels more like
go fuck yourself.
As we watch the world price us out of earning anything.
Median age of U.S. homebuyers is now 59. Thanks, Obama. Thanks, Trump. Thanks, Joe Biden.
As a Gen Z guy, it's brutal. We're faced with struggles in all directions, from our mental health, to our careers, to dating, and everything in between. While many older men constantly look down upon us and call us weak, but they never offer any sort of guidance. And the few that do only seem interested in making the problem even worse.
Or making money off of you.
I'll be walking around looking like a podcaster. Shirt tight, pants, even tight.
Thanks, China. Where's the China coming from? Hold on. You think China's owned by BlackRock's owned by China or the other way around? BlackRock's its own shit, man.
Chelsea boots.
China's not the reason. Maybe in Canada. Okay, hold on. Maybe if you're in Canada, New Zealand, or Australia, then yeah, I agree. But in America, I don't think it's that much of a factor. The people buying out houses are BlackRock and big billionaires buying out land in America. Is BlackRock American? Yes.
With Gen Z
yes,
is that a lot of us seem to be lamenting our youth. Likely because many of us
Canada's
feel robbed. No one feels like they're running out of time more than an 18-year-old with their entire life ahead of them.
Oh god.
It feels like you're
that's not even a Gen Z thing. I remember my brother was freaking out. He's like, I gotta be a Marine. No, I gotta be a fucking engineer. No, fuck. I wanna be an electrician. Oh fuck. Like he's like 18 years old, like fucking starting college and he was freaking out.
Forever playing catch up in a world of
yeah, for sure.
So now there's teenagers and young adults thinking they've already wasted their lives when the only thing they ever did was be a kid.
Yeah. You just feel like you need to catch up.
Thanks. You seem a bit young to be sorry for Tuesday night. That's more of an older guy thing.
Mind your business, boomer.
Yeah, well, my life is already over anyway. I've wasted my entire youth doing nothing. Now so, I'm already 22 years old.
I'm already chopped. I'm 22. I don't know what's happening.
Basically have one foot in the grave already. I knew I should have been investing in stocks and buying property.
I should have bought Bitcoin in 2012 instead of drooling on the keyboard.
You're 22. You haven't wasted your youth. You're still in it.
That's right.
You shouldn't be drinking your sorrows away in a dingy bar with an old man like me.
That's right.
You still got your whole life.
Dingy?
Yeah. I guess you're dingy. I don't even like that. How do you guys even drink that stuff? It tastes like life. Better.
Dude, fun fact, I don't know if he brings it up, but Gen Z is one of the only generations so far that's kind of hitting the beer industry and the alcohol industry. In America. I don't know about other countries. Yeah, they're the least alcoholic, they don't play around.
I'm old and washed up. You know, before TikTok, back in my day, we had this thing called Vine. Wait, Vine? How old are you? 27.
You guys remember Musically? You guys remember TikTok?
I have to get this right.
Damn. The world we live in now seems to expect an unrealistic amount of perfection from young people. And it's causing us to carry around constant feelings of inadequacy because we keep falling short of an ever-rising bar. The tide is...
You know what I fucking hated when I was like 16 years old and they already started pushing you to try and like get a career. Oh my gosh, that pissed me off. I was like, dude, I haven't even finished high school. What the fuck are we doing?
Rising, but the ships are sinking. And it feels
you
like...
You wanna be a doctor, you wanna be a doctor.
Right? Just to have a little success. Just go to college. But looks like you didn't pick the right major at 18 for the job market at 22.
Yeah,
okay,
totally
well, just go get an internship. Oh, you were expecting to be paid for your work? Sorry, we don't do that. Alright, just get an entry-level job. And work your way up the old-fashioned. Wait, you don't have 10 years of experience at 22? Get the f*** out of my face. The goalpost keeps moving further and further back. While some generations only needed to make a layup and others needed a free throw, being Gen Z feels like starting to get happy. While the crowd laughs at you for missing that shot. Even the traditional paths don't offer a good chance at success.
71% of employers now require a 2 to 4 year degree for entry-level jobs, entry-level roles per Forbes. For entry level? Dude, college did a number on people, man.
So it's not a secret why more of our generation is just opting to pursue what they actually care about instead of grinding for nothing.
You know what's funny? My brother's a millennial and he always fucking talks about, like, he's an older millennial and he always talks about how this shit was already fucked by the time he graduated college. When I graduated high school, it was already completely fucked.
Oh, market is so bad.
It's
sounds like the better option. Yo, bro, I appreciate
Look at Asmund.
Yeah, bro, no problem. I just came back from the studio. Oh, you're still trying to do music? Yeah, bro, I might as well. I can't seem to figure out anything long-term. Wait, bro, did you hear that? Yes, that's the best.
Maximum pulse!
Okay. Ooh.
Wow. Why are you screaming? I don't know. I just thought that's really weird. Yo, I didn't know you sang. That was really good. Oh, yeah, I do.
Aww.
I don't really tell anybody. My parents say it's kind of pointless since I never make any money from it. Who cares? If you have a passion, you never know where it can take you. Yeah,
true.
I guess that's true. You know, I make music too. Maybe we can collab sometime. Oh, yeah, that would be cool. I'll check you out. Yeah, I'll send it over right now. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, SoundCloud! Woo! SoundCloud record! What make me want to poop? Yeah.
A rare combination of being a content creator who also has a job. It feels like I spent a lot of my time between worlds. And I remember seeing this post that sums it up best. I've tasted unemployment, and I've tasted 9 to 5. I recommend not being born. Even the process of looking for a job can be...
No, that's not true. If you have a really fun game to play, being unemployed is pretty lit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kidding. But like, I'm half kidding, but I'm also like half not kidding.
Since you just have
if you don't have a game to play, you're fucked. That is fucked.
You'll blow your phone up on a daily basis.
Yo, you want a job? You want a job?
Once you start a new job, you quickly realized why the job market is so disrupted. Not only do companies not want to hire young people looking for experience, but they don't even want to train them either. So many places are downsizing their human-led training teams and replacing them with cheap AI programs that you have to mindlessly sit through instead. No one to ask follow-up questions to, no one to introduce you to the work environment, just you and a PowerPoint slide being read back to you by an AI. I saw a report that said 66% of hiring managers say their new hires are not fully prepared for their roles due to a lack of experience. Who could have guessed that replacing real training and professional development with AI isn't very effective at creating competent employees? But what do I know? I'm Gen Z. Everyone thinks I'm stupid. I just think it's a bit counterproductive when companies constantly have to spend time retraining everyone every few weeks.
It's cheaper than hiring, that's the problem. I experienced this for sure.
Good morning, Tim. We've noticed some gaps in our employee training, so we're rolling out a new AI training module that you'll need to complete by the end of the day. Will this training address any of our concerns that we've been bringing you for weeks? That's a great question. No, it'll just reteach what you already know, while also making it even more confusing. Doesn't this sound like a big waste of time and resources? You know, that's a really good point. But we spent all of the money we could have used to train and pay you better on this new AI system.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
This seems like
that's right. Well, the only time they don't do that is for labor jobs. Yeah, chat, if you feel really doomer about that shit, try and get a job with labor because that AI is not going to be easily replaced. Yeah, it's so funny. Like how fucking fucked it is, but like on the other hand, like for now, no, I understand for now, but chat, like think about it, the tech is definitely not there. We don't have Flippy yet. When we get Flippy, that's when you should start getting a little bit concerned. You have at least like a 10 to 20 year window until you get replaced by AI if you're like, I don't know, like a plumber, electrician, probably maybe longer than that. I want Flippy. Yeah, Flippy might be a little bit faster, because it's kind of like a less tedious, you know, knowledgeable job, but yeah. At least 10 years, yeah, you might still be okay, but if you have an office job, you might be cooked.
Pinning that for now. We're gonna give you guys 5 minutes back to get a head start on that training. And we'll touch base at the end of the day. The game keeps changing for
Flippy the hacking device? No, Flippy the...
I hate these flarkin' things.
Flippy the flipping the burger little guy. Flipping your Big Macs at McDonald's type shit.
Try not to drip any.
You aren't even rewarded for your hard work. Life has always been unfair at times, but at this point, it feels like it's cheating. At one job I had, it was so annoying coming in every morning to see an encouraging morning message from my manager that was obviously written by ChatGPT. Like, you can't even find it within your real human heart to say something nice to us in the morning. You have to resort to AI for that too. I think it's a bit stressful to watch AI relatively infiltrate every part of life.
It is, it's scary. I talked to Mr. Berber, really nice person. He's the one that helped design Shmagana and stuff. Like, not actually make the model, that was Kagi. But he's like, yeah, I'm just trying to make it until like AI basically replaces my job at some point. Yeah, you're trying to make it go as hard as you can before it happens. It's the unfortunate reality, and again, he's not dooming, it's more like he's being realistic. I don't think artists can be replaced easily, but like, I think a lot of them will vanish, unfortunately.
Z, the online generation, starts complaining about too much technology. So many people
I'm guessing like 5 to 10.
5 to 10 years. AI to cheat their way through college.
Yeah, that too.
That there are already doctors, CEOs, and governments admitting to using AI.
I was talking to my doctor like, I don't know, a month ago, and he says, I fucking hate this AI shit. They don't use like ChatGPT or Grok, but like medical apps will force you to use AI, and he's like one of those hard-ass, old-school type of doctors that hates technology. Like he joked with me and he was like, yeah, I broke like 3 laptops because I fucking hate laptops. He's like that type of dude. And he's like, I fucking hate using this AI bullshit. Like, I'm a fucking doctor. Like, yeah, if I really need to look something up, something detailed, like, I'll look it up. But this fucking bullshit where they force it, nah, go fuck yourself.
AI to make decisions that could potentially ruin your life. Cheating in school is wrong, but Gen Z isn't the first generation to cheat on a test. ChatGPT telling your doctor.
No, but ChatGPT is more accessible, and it's like, honestly, it's kind of scary. I think they're gonna have to start like making tests around the fact that people are going to cheat. You have to make some sort of implementation. I don't know how. Maybe they'll use AI to figure it out, ironically, but figure out a way to like counter it.
You're lactose intolerant when you have a heart condition, I think it's much worse. Old people love AI. They have no issue sitting in front of a screen.
Oh no, don't tell me about it. My mom sent me a picture of a house that was clearly AI, and then like she was debating with me, and I was like, Mom, why is there a waterfall outside of one of the windows? Why is the waterfall running down the fucking thing? Why is the window like all the way to the floor, and there's like I don't know, I was just like debating and just like, no, Alana, it's real.
Looking at AI-generated content, ironing out the creases in their brain in real time. Our generation knows that, but we still have our issues with AI too. There are people high-genuine, that's high-Q plus genuine, using LLMs like ChatGPT and Grok as a therapist.
Dude, my mom started using Loki and Goat. She was talking about ballet and started saying like, not Baryshnikov. Yeah, I think Baryshnikov was the ballet. Anyway, she was saying like, oh, that's why he's the goat. And I don't know, I thought that was cute. She was referring to like a really good ballet, a ballet guy, some famous one from Russia, and she's like, oh, he's low-key the goat, and I was like,
and it's pretty easy to tweak your prompts over and over, just as a I think this is already starting to put a strain on some of our ability to maintain relationships. Okay, so Loki plus Junior.
Loki.
No, Loki plus what is he? Listen, I know I cheated on you, but I've been doing some work. So like, come over here for an apology. Okay. Alright, go ahead. Apologize. What?
What?
Why would I apologize to you? Well, I asked ChatGPT, and it said that it's actually your fault that I cheated because you didn't love me.
What?
So are you gonna say sorry or what?
I know exactly what he's talking about. There's so many parodies, man. So true, King. Yeah, that's right.
I knew she was toxic. Sometimes it feels like the entire world is falling apart right in front of you, and you're completely powerless to change it. Nothing you do matters. No matter how hard you work, how much you vote, how hard you try. The rich will only get richer. As an American YouTuber, obviously, I can only comment from my perspective. But thanks to you guys watching my videos all around the world, I've learned that despite our experiences, all of us feel the need to just get away from it sometimes. Obviously, being the generation born into the digital era, interacting with the internet and online spaces is second nature to most of Gen Z. And it offers a new outlet to building community in the older, more traditional ways of dating. Sometimes my mom asks me, why don't you and your friends ever go to the mall? Like, the mall?
Because the malls are fucking dead. Mom! I went to the mall the other day.
Maximum!
I was like, fuck, dude, this shit's fucking cooked. And it wasn't like fucked up like this, but there's like no one around.
Seen a mall lately? There's malls around here where the only thing still open is the food court. Sadly, a lot of large community spaces are dying. And Gen Z doesn't really like to drink, so bars are also not a very popular choice either. And I live in Atlanta. Every place here is basically a nightclub.
What funds? To be fair, chat. You don't have to go to the mall to spend money. Sometimes you just sit around and be a goofball. Yeah.
Like, why are we smoking hookah in the seafood restaurant? In the way they can't even order because the music is too loud. Meanwhile, since we were kids, the internet has always been an easy way to socialize and build community. Even if kids at school weren't interested in the same things you were.
Sounds gay. Man, that was me. Did you guys hear of Attack on Titan? It's pretty cool. Man, shut the fuck up, Alana. It's fucking gay. I like that.
There were probably people online you could talk to about it. And for most of our generation, I don't think we're running away to digital worlds to avoid facing reality. You're just going to where the people are. And in 2026, everyone's online.
I don't know if
Even when it
anybody's
comes
in
to
voice chat,
dating,
but
I think one of the early
keep in mind that they
signs things
can
are going
portal
well
like
with
in these
someone
couple
is when you're
areas.
having 3 different conversations on
If
3 different
they do
apps
choose
with the
to
same
portal.
person.
Not sure if they are on.
Wait, actually though,
Or directly.
yeah. Sometimes I'll message my brother on WhatsApp and on Instagram and on Discord.
Heavyweight finish them.
Flo Canyon, yes, totally. Yep.
The internet makes finding community
Pick a damn bro. Yeah, it's fucked. It really is.
Anime, sports, whatever. We're at a point where people are watching music careers in VR chat, and I'll never knock it. I make videos talking about anime. And even if you're engaging in these activities alone, everyone has something that they enjoy that takes them to a different place. Life can really be that sometimes. And over time, you might start to feel like a shell of your former self. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to lose yourself in something that just defines the real you. Especially with how our favorite things are constantly under attack from outside interests.
There's a lot of fucking criticism too. Like, I know it was pretty bad, like, back in the day, even when you just started, like, enjoying things. Like, being bullied for liking anime and stuff, and now it's, like, mainstream. I think there's, like, way more criticism online.
Yeah, it's not.
Of your hobby. Yeah, lots of slander.
It's why I can understand wanting to defend your community against trespassers. But at the same time, like everything in life, the good comes with the bad. And I can't act like there aren't issues in our relationship with our interests either. Sometimes, escapism does go too far. Community is important, and it can even be found in online.
I did that with WoW. I went way too fucking hard. I lost it. I lost myself in the zone.
Spaces. But people will defend their communities to the point that they lose touch with reality. The internet has always been a toxic place, but it seems like in recent years, people have come to embrace that toxicity. I've noticed a growing number of people who believe that we should start gatekeeping our communities from tourists. And to be honest with you, I find this idea not only counterproductive, but also pointless. There's a certain—
I think there's a line where you can't have people changing what you love, but also be accepting of quote-unquote tourists coming in and wanting to enjoy the medium. My problem isn't like, because honestly, there comes a point where gatekeeping is actually a good thing. My thing is that they want to change what we love about it. Or like what you love about this thing.
type of person who feels entitled to things like anime and video games simply because they enjoy them. And I often hear from these people that they don't like having their hobbies criticized by outsiders. So they feel the need to gatekeep, as if they have some sort of ownership over the entire community. And if you're one of those people, I ask you, who stands at the gate? Who decides who has a right to participate in something everyone has access to? The people who've been there longer? Does that give someone who's been there longer than you the right to remove you from the community?
No, because in anime, when it first came into the West, was through, I'm using anime as an example because it's like the most, it's like the oldest medium, so to speak. People didn't know what it was because it was literally through videos, like VHS tapes ripped off of Japan and then sent over to America for people to like enjoy in niche like subcultures. And then the counter argument is like, oh well, these tourists, they're watching it on the internet, or like they're watching it on cartoons, you know, on late night shows and stuff. It's like, no, you can't do that. The people that came in watching through the internet still really appreciate it for what it was.
Well, should it be the bigger content creators and influencers in the space?
No.
And we let popularity determine who belongs?
No.
In a generation struggling to find community already, why should we find reasons to exclude each other from something we both enjoy? A lot of times the outsiders aren't even outsiders, just fans with a different point of view. I think gatekeeping is pointless because you can already see that
it really is never this deep. I kind of agree, but I also disagree because every time I see a retarded opinion on anime or VTubers, it is those people. Sequel and Hammer, 10 flags in bio, all of the above or just one of them, pronouns. I have autism, ADHD, please be nice to me, don't talk to me, I'm 18 years old. 15,000 posts on Twitter, and I've only been around for like 5 years on Twitter, which is a lot. Yeah, I don't know.
Now, who am I gonna banish from this match?
Yeah, no. I'm good. They can go and enjoy it quietly.
Love, and instead, they're using it to exclude people they dislike. It's a hobby, not your personal fantasy land where you make all the rules. In any community, we have a responsibility to be mature, honest, and fair to each other. We're all human and we're all different. So we'll all engage with the same thing in different ways.
Being
That's
a
what
true
community
otaku.
is for. If you like something for a particular reason, that's fine. But it's not right to prevent others from participating simply because they view it differently. Part of appreciating—
Well, when you're injecting and forcing your fucking point of view into the fandom and saying they need to change this, that's when it's bad. Like, okay, you want to have a fucking gay Frieren fan art? Like, who gives a fuck? People do fan art of different shit all the time. It's just a matter of like, if you want to actually put it into the medium, that's when it becomes a problem. You start forcing people, you start gaslighting them. They say if you don't do this, you're a Nazi or a bigot. You get the fuck out. Yeah, there's a difference between fan art and actually injecting it into this shit.
Art is also critiquing, and by listening to others, you may find new ways to appreciate
Not that I'm saying that he's saying this, I'm just pointing it out.
Bro, I can't wait to try pickleball. I've never played before. Yeah, bro, it's gonna be fun. Trust.
Pickleball? Hell yeah.
Whoa. Yo, dude, get out of the way. You're blocking the entrance. Yeah, what are you doing? I'm gatekeeping. You're gatekeeping pickleball? How are you gonna gatekeep something open for everybody? I've been in the pickleball community for years.
Fucking tourists.
But now that it's popular, suddenly everyone wants to play pickleball now. Yeah, that's usually how it works.
Yeah, it's popular.
When things become more popular, more people become interested in them. Yeah, and I'm sick of all these tourists showing up to my pickleball court and ruining it for everyone. Well, it looks like everyone else is having a good time. Do you even play pickleball? Or do you just stand out here all day trying to gatekeep? Everyone wants to play pickleball now because it's cool. But you guys never got bullied for liking pickleball in high school like I did. Well, I'm sorry that happened to you, but that doesn't give you the right to give other people who have nothing to do with that.
He's right. I think he's doing the surface level, but if you actually dive into it, those people that are going in and trying to change the rules of pickleball or saying, no, we gotta use this racket because it makes it easier for me to like hit the ball. It's like, but then bitch, it wouldn't be pickleball, it'll be tennis.
I'd rather be hunting dragons.
I'm making the analogy quite literal, but you know what I mean?
Saving the universe
You can't like, yeah, obviously everyone's having fun and like more people joining is great because it makes it like more community driven, there's more interactions, there's more fan art, whatever, right? Like having a new fan is awesome, but having someone who's just like forcing their opinion and trying to change the game, that's
all the time. I'm just sick of all these people coming in here and trying to change things. It was nice before all of these people showed up.
Yeah.
I can't enjoy pickleball the way I want to. I'm not trying to try it in your way, but you're trying to kick us out. Yeah, you're unfairly judging us and having your advantage. Hey, a court just opened up in the back. You guys want to play with us? Sure. Yeah, I'm down. Online, we take everything super seriously. To the point where we're unable—
I don't think it's an out. I think he just didn't do. I shouldn't say that. Again, I don't want to be mean because he's not doing anything wrong. He's not saying, oh, it's just actually gatekeeping is bad in that sense. It's like he's not going deep enough into it. Yeah.
but separate fiction from reality. And we end up taking things that are satirical or parody, you know, a joke, as genuine commentary. But at the same time, we don't take things that actually are serious enough. On the internet, everything becomes fun. But there's a difference between petty drama and real harm being done. You see it all the time when a woman on the internet says, hey, I feel unsafe. And people are quick to hate, saying they're being dramatic and making things about them. But when something bad actually does happen, everyone wants to pretend like they always cared. To me, that's like smelling gas in the kitchen and ignoring it, but then you only take it seriously after the house is already burned down. When I was a lifeguard, we had a saying, good guards don't get wet, meaning that the best lifeguards are the ones who stay dry, since you're able to prevent an emergency from happening in the first place. There are a lot of conversations in our communities that are pushed aside because people don't want to talk about it. And when it gets to a point where you can no longer ignore it, people want to act surprised as if the elephant hasn't been in the room the entire time. I think we're better when we listen to people the first time instead of picking up the pieces after the damage has been done.
But then you also have to take into account how many people have cried and had outrage over something that wasn't completely authentic. Like, for example, he's citing the black cosplayer of Frieren. Normal people don't fucking care. But then there's also the flip side of the freaks that freaked out at the My Hero Academia official artist blowing the fuck out of a fan art, and the fan art is of the bunny lady superhero, I keep forgetting her name, and it's a very blown out picture that he drew of her like hitting in the sun. Yeah, the Merkel art, and that was completely blown out of proportion. Like, so yeah, there's schizos everywhere, but I wouldn't broad brush paint everybody as being a fucking freak. Yeah, both sides are bad. Like, yeah, there's fucking freak gatekeepers that take it way too far, but there's also fucking freaks on the other side that take everything way too seriously and they don't actually want to interact with the fandom. They just want to dictate how everybody should do it.
And when it gets to a point where we can no longer ignore it, people want to act surprised as if the elephant hasn't been in the room the entire time. I think we're better when we listen to people the first time instead of picking up the pieces after the damage has been done. Despite the flaws with our generation, as we get older, Gen Z at least wants to make the world a better place. Recently, there was a special election where I live, and my friends and I went to go vote. And when I walked into the polling location, I saw a bunch of other young people casting their votes too. So when I look around, it's hard for me to believe that our generation is as cooked as we think we are. When I watched that Superman movie, I felt a sense of hope. When you're Gen Z, it's easy to feel powerless. Sometimes it genuinely does feel like the world is ending, and all you can do is watch. I wish Superman was real, because it just feels like nothing we do matters. We just have to pick up, keep going, as everything just gets worse. We can try really hard to make the world a better place on an individual level, but unfortunately, none of us are Superman.
That's okay.
I do the right thing.
Whoa.
Superman is all of us.
Yeah.
Nobody is coming to save us. So it's on us to look out for each other.
Boomers definitely aren't fucking doing it.
The people who will lead this generation are those who are able to see the bigger picture. I'm not here to speak for us. Gen Z voices need to be heard. Mine is just one of many around the world. But I'm never gonna sacrifice my authenticity for the sake of being neutral. Just like you, I have fears, I have biases, but most importantly, I have hope. The message was never about right or left, or even the top versus the bottom. It's us against ourselves. I don't care if you don't always agree with my perspective. At least you know when you tell me that, you're talking to someone who's actually listening. Because there are too many conversations being had about Gen Z that don't include Gen Z. There are people trying to write their story over yours.
Sorry to interrupt, but I can't help but laugh when it's like it's not about the top or the bottom. And again, I'm not trying to be political, but when they start blaming Gen Z for not spending money wisely and saying, oh, they fucking stupid, they're spending it on avocado toast and Robux. I'm starting to think they are. Like, the top percent, they are blaming the bottom percent. I'm I'ma be real, they are. That's why I think the classist warfare is part of the reason why people are so divided nowadays.
Don't let them close.
Yeah.
The future is running away from us, but it's not too late to catch it.
It's a distraction.
But it's your actions that define who you are. You are not weak. You're stronger than you
You're powerful.
It shows every single day you decide to get up and keep going, even when you don't have a reason to. For many, the idea of a hero is someone with the strength to never lose.
And always stand up.
A hero is someone with the strength to get back up, no matter how many times he does. I think there's a reason our generation identifies more with that. We don't need heroes. We are the heroes. The future doesn't exist without you. You are the catalyst for change in this world. That's why you have to live. If one man can have the power to change the world, imagine what an entire generation can do with enough time.
Yeah, look at boomers. They completely fucked over everyone below them. Single-handedly. Gen X got fucked over, millennials and Gen Z. So like, I don't know. Again, I don't think all boomers are bad. Just the really, 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 really rich ones, okay? Oh my god. It's so funny, man.
Are we really
Yeah, be a boomer. Make a change.
Or is it a desire to become something greater than what we are now? Because we want to believe that to someone out there, our lives mean something. If I plant a tree today, I may never be able to see it, but that doesn't mean the water.
See, that's a sentiment. That's good.
Our actions matter. We matter. We don't have to be perfect. We just have to be better. Give us the
If you're 1% better and doing it every single day, you're gonna be 100% better in 100 days. Absolute cinema. Wow. I know, crazy. Super deep.
Watch us. For as long as we have hope, we will succeed.
Girl math.
Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Twitch if you want to hear me talk about more Gen Z stuff. And thanks for Eddie Tech. Peace.
Actually, it's exponential. How about you exponentially bounce on my dick? Go check them out. Go check them out. Good video. W video. Very nice. Very nice. Very good. Yeah. You like that? Yep.
No winner yet.
You fucking bouncing on it. You don't have a dick? Hey, you guys call me 400 pounds and a man. What do you mean?
This is a nice spot. I'll patch you up.
I thought he was an idiot? Well, that's okay. You can have your opinion. Yeah. Again, I hope he sees this and doesn't take it too personally. There's nothing wrong with being hopeful. I think his gatekeeping take was a bit surface level.
Armed and dangerous!
Yeah, that's it. That's the takeaway. I agree with pretty much all the points. I don't think what he said was directly wrong. I just think he kind of skimmed over it. And maybe he doesn't understand. It's like naive. Naivete. We're too jaded. Yeah, I could be that.
No winner yet. Going to overtime.
Okay. Speaking of rage bait, chat, are you... Alright, the Chuds! Chat, the Chuds have awoken! Awaken! 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 Time to wake up. Time to wake up.
Gamers, Chuds. Ladies and chuds. There are lady chuds too, actually. It doesn't really work. Whatever, you get the point.
Yeah,
the
true.
point is,
Not
we're
that many,
gathered here on this lovely day to talk about another performative corpo who, as they say,
what is this?
Found out.
What's the drum?
Found out. Apparently he got fired. This is what people are saying in the news.
Oh my god. That is so old. Reminded to black artists out there who are looking for portfolio reviews and job advice. My DMs are open. You will always have priority. We talked about this on stream. Do you guys remember that guy? I was like, dude, what is wrong with you? This fucking stupid guild.
Now, you might recall Matt Hansen of Obsidian for his numerous virtue signals. Yeah, he's one of those types. Before we talk any more about Matt, though, it was only around 1 month ago that apparently this Compulsion Games community manager, Pikachu Alita, had also been laid off from her company. She's the one who was like making disparaging remarks, if I recall, about white people and Asian people, and also talking about how much she hates gamers. And I think there was another screenshot as well where she was bragging about being in the industry, saying something like, I'm not going anywhere. And then, like I said, around a month ago, we find out that apparently she did get fired. And so returning...
I'm sure she'll do great finding another job packing chips or fries, bro.
To Matt Hansen and Obsidian, we see a similar sort of thing here, where a performative...
Yeah, wasn't South of Midnight a Microsoft project? Yeah, like a little studio subsidiary, I'm pretty sure. Again, people said it was okay, but it just wasn't good enough.
Virtue signaler with a lot of hubris ended up actually apparently getting laid off. And so, let's take a look at this. Post from Mark Kotaku in action says, Matt Hansen is among those who were laid off, citing this tweet from Chris Avalone that says, this is incorrect. Daniel did not post anything along those lines, and Daniel's a good guy. He was great on the Fallout DLCs and really put his shoulder into it. The developer who posted it...
The Fallout 4 DLCs? I don't know, man. I thought most of them fucking sucked.
Was Matt Hansen. And yes, he was laid off too.
Fallout New Vegas? Okay, then I take it back. But if it's Fallout 4, I'm not gonna... That's not true.
The one and only... Another user saying the
yeah.
racist one who happily said he wanted to replace white workers with non-white ones purely based on race. I always find...
Well, yeah, you gotta do that so you're owning the chuds, right, chat? You gotta show favoritism. Fallout 4 was good, what? It was fine, it was okay. The DLCs were not worth the money, like Nuka-Cola Town, whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, Far Harbor was good. Fucking Nuka-Cola, Nuketown. God, that was shit. That was bad.
And hilarious when people like Matt Hansen
the story
think they're
was
so
decent,
tough and
but
brave for making their performative virtue
Nuka
signals,
World.
as if that exact same rhetoric wasn't already permeating throughout the entire AAA industry. Like, oh wow, bro, we've never heard that one before. Good job. You're so original, Matt. And then these corpos end up making complete modern audience slop. The sales are horrible, and eventually they get laid off. Even despite the propping up from ESG capital firms, they still end up eventually finding out, as we've been seeing occur more and more, especially post-COVID boom. And so, that takes us to this comment. I hope owning the chuds is worth it. Obsidian in general was hit pretty hard with layoffs, and it might not end here. It's over. The self-sabotaging hate towards your main customers, the con of taking high wages and long dev times to deliver slop, the forced ideology nobody needed.
Nobody's comfortable with working with people that they have to work with, that you have to step on eggshells around. The type of people that got laid off deserved it, and I hope the people that actually work on the game itself, like coding or like, you know, making the models and stuff, that are doing that, I hope those guys get picked up and they get a place they deserve if they do actually do great work. The ones that don't, they do half-ass shit and they pressure people and they make them feel like shit for working there. Or saying, if you go against the grain and say, hey, this might fucking suck, and then they get fired or talked to by HR. Yeah. Yo, Cole, thank you to 5. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Wanted in their entertainment products. The delusion
yeah, this
of
one can't will find a new job. Yeah, they won't find
it's
a
all over.
McDonald's job.
Let's return to the OP screenshot for a second. Clearly, this was responding to someone, right? Because Chris Avallone had said this is incorrect. So let me take a look at what the full context here is. And then after that, we'll suitably close out the video by taking a look at some of Matt Hansen's greatest hits.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, really
that guy's a
for the former, that takes us over. Oh, not there, actually. Hold on a second, right here. There we go. So Chris Avallone said, well, Obsidian did have layoffs. Way to go, Microsoft. Okay, let's not pretend Obsidian's been doing great work, though. Some of their games, you know, not so great recently.
Thank God they're laying people off. I'm gonna be honest, I think the biggest indicator for me, back when Diablo came out, they announced that it was 9,000 fucking people that worked on the game, and I'm like, it's not 9,000 times better than other games. Yeah, lots of chefs in the kitchen does not equal a good meal, I must say it. And even now, people are like coping and saying like, oh, it's really good, it's really fun. I'm like, no, really, it's really not. I'd rather go play PoE, man. Yeah, the new PoE is fucking awesome. They did the fucking massive update. And it's fucking free, by the way!
Come on. It's so easy to just blame the higher-ups. You see this all the time in AAA. Oh, it wasn't really their fault, it was their fault.
Yeah, no, Rocket.
Look, Microsoft has issues for sure. Absolutely, I'll gladly criticize Microsoft. But it doesn't mean Obsidian gets a free pass for their work and the bad jobs they've been doing on some of their more recent games. I mean, come on. It's just ridiculous toxic positivity that continues to permeate through the industry. And I will make a caveat.
I think Final Fantasy suffered from that recently. With Dawn Trail. Yom Trail, as some people call it.
Tell me, boys.
Story writing.
Damage or not?
Positivity.
Can't criticize it or you're a piece of shit.
Both are two big issues in AAA, but I digress. We're here for context. Let's continue. So,
this guy's so much hope right now.
Linked to a separate tweet from this person that says, pretty sure Daniel, art director, tweeted openly about refusing to hire straight white men. I hope he never works again. Which takes us to the Chris Avallone tweet that we discussed already.
We need, and y'all are flyers against. Oh my god, this is like the worst combination.
Have that mentality.
Fighting
I
against.
don't give a fuck what your skin color orientation is.
Please,
if you
CPS.
fucking make a good game, or you make a good design, or a good storyline, like it's so fucking absurd to me. I think there was.
Please, we don't need an Iron Man in a fucking storm right now.
The robot chick or whatever the fuck. A gay man fucking posted about it and said that he fucking worked on her and was the designer and like the artist that like worked on her design. And he was getting dragged through the mud, saying he's disgusting, he's sexist.
I'll find this one fucking Venom, man. Holy shit.
He has a gay flag in his bio and is openly gay on his Twitter profile, and people still dragged him through and being like, you fucking are disgusting. Why do you sexualize women this way? Why do you do this? And I'm like, the guy made a decent design, and you guys are just shitting all over him. Like, actually just blows my mind how unaware you are.
It's incorrect.
Oh my god. No, look it up. I forget her name, the one, the Overwatch character.
And yes, he was laid off too. Learning the law, tweeting about this, saying this reads like it would be a joke, but the fact that it's not, like, it's crazy. Okay, it is a joke, don't get me wrong, but it's based off what he literally did say. Let's check this out real quick. Matt Hansen, our director for the game back, has been laid off by Obsidian. Matt was known for his fantasy of being replaced by black people since he thinks there are too many crusty white dudes in the industry.
Well, you got your wish, huh? I don't know, pack it up, go back to McDonald's. Welcome home.
And wishes to
crusty
retire
white dudes at McDonald's, I suppose.
He finally did it. Good job,
guys!
I can't imagine being like this self-hating.
We need some fucking damage!
Based on the color of your skin, what?
My god, bro.
Living your life like that is so
Like they be so close to death every time, and nobody can fucking help. Y'all just want to swap the triple support like it's gonna fucking do something.
Dude, and you know what the fucking biggest cope is? People say things like, oh, well, they're plant people. Oh, it's customization. Guys,
we are
Guild Wars 2 Sylvaris look better than this.
On the left. I can't even scroll all the way as far as it goes.
Yeah, they're cool plant people.
Congratulations to Matt. Round of applause for Matt. Something like that. Anyways, as mentioned.
On top of that, y'all not even healing, bro. Y'all just out here doing whatever.
So preface this tweet from Daniel Friedman says, congratulations to Obsidian Games art director Matt Hansen, who reportedly got what he wanted today when Xbox eliminated 3,200 positions, including his. Best of luck in the woods, Matt. And we see a tweet here that Matt had made that read, this is the one people keep citing.
It's
Reminder to Black
such a banger. 2 years ago. I never forgot this.
Artists out there who are looking for portfolio reviews or job advice. My DMs are open, and you will always have my priority. We got too many crusty white dudes in the field. Please let me help you replace me one day. I want to go back to living in the woods.
Okay, you got your wish. I hope you enjoy living in the woods.
You gotta love how we also capitalizing black and intentionally lower cases white, which again is something that.
Wait, that's so conservative. What the fuck?
Bro, do we have we just had one tank now?
It's auto spell.
I guess we're just gonna fucking lose, bro.
It doesn't do that unless it's at the start of a sentence. This is the third word of the sentence. Oh my goodness gracious me, you actually typed this on a keyboard.
White, which again is something war codes love to do. It goes back to what I said earlier about how people like this act like they're so brave.
Why we will lowercase white. Our move last month to capitalize black in such uses.
Switch things up, including which side.
How does this help black people exactly?
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
How does this do anything? It doesn't? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. You're right. It's just performative. It doesn't do anything. It's just weird.
By doing things like that, and they have like some of the most powerful institutions and organizations backing them in that rhetoric. AP,
like I've had black friends in school, and I was just wondering, like, how would my behavior change if I was like somehow performative and like radically like captured about my race? Imagine I'd be like, yes, queen, let's go and get ourselves some food. I'm gonna give you some of my money to help you because you're black. Can you imagine like saying that out loud? Like, I just had black friends. I didn't treat them like, oh, yo, what up? You're black, I'm white, let's be friends. I'd be like, no, I just want to be friends. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? They would have punched you? Yeah, rightfully so. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Literally AP, the Associated Press, wrote this, and they're not the only mainstream news outlet to do such a thing either.
Right?
But here's an example. Why we will lowercase white. AP Style will continue to lowercase the term white in racial, ethnic, and cultural senses. This is our move last month to capitalize black. In such uses, we consulted with a wide group of people internally and externally around the globe, and considered a variety of commentary making these decisions. Yeah, sure. The variety, by the way, is basically all people that have the same hive mind as they do.
Yeah.
Then they essentially repeat the exact same thing here, but in the context of why they're going to lowercase white, they elaborate on that here. We're not going to read the whole thing. Let's check out like the first paragraph though. There was clear desire and reason.
Capitalizing the term white as is done by white supremacists. What? I've never seen that. I don't know, maybe like fucking 70 years ago, I guess? This is 2020 fucking 6, man.
Capitalized black. Most notably.
What about mixed people? Are we mixed or mixed? Yo, start with my mixed brothers and sisters. Gotta capitalize the M! Oh, but wait, if you're white mixed, how does that work? Do you still like have to not say mixed? Oh shit, we got some insane dilemmas, chat. Brock, what do we do? I'm white mixed, what do we do?
have strong historical and cultural
like half and half, maybe?
Even if they are from different parts of the world, and even if they now live in different parts of the world. That includes the shared experience of discrimination due solely to the color of one's skin. There is, at this time, less support for capitalizing white. White people generally do not share the same history and culture, or the experiences needed.
No, see, he did it wrong. Even though it's at the start of the sentence, you can't have that. You have to put small w. See, he's not doing the virtue signaling correctly. He's putting it capital white. I know it's grammatically correct, but you gotta, like, think ahead a little bit.
It's because of skin color. In addition, we are a global news organization, and in much of the world, there is considerable disagreement, ambiguity, and confusion about whom the term includes. This is an extremely disingenuous and manipulative framework that organizations and activists and all these sort of people like to use. Oh, there's no such thing as white culture. That's a lie. That's just not true. And then they'll turn around and say, well, okay, but white culture is intrinsically linked to white supremacy, so you can't support it. And they try and just lie about this stuff and manipulate people in this exact manner over and over and over again. And then on top of that, they also have
these people are so mentally
as well.
And they have no historical understanding of what, like, bro, you can be white-skinned and still not be like a white person.
Yo, Deadpool, you're dog shit. This is the reason why we're fucking losing, bro. Get off the heels.
This fucking like connotation with everything has to matter with your fucking skin color. We've actually regressed as a species. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. That's right. We need to go back to fucking Michael Jackson, bro. Like, actually.
And actually, if you skip down to this paragraph, you can see I literally called their next line because I've dealt with people like this for a long enough period of time where I know what they do. I know what their next move is. And you can see right here, for example, they say, capitalizing the term white, as is done by white supremacists.
What about, like, people, for example, I had a friend that was Puerto Rican, and he came from Puerto Rico, and he was, like, pale white, but his fucking entire family was all, like, dark-skinned or brown-skinned. Yeah, like, is that his fault? Is he still considered white? He's black? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he actually was just like full-blown Puerto Rican. His dad was super dark. Why does it fucking matter? These people are so fucking strange.
Chris Sudley conveying
black man? Yeah. What about that?
So, suddenly, if you capitalize white because you want to push back, if you want to be the counterculture to organizations like this and their manipulative rhetoric, they're just going to label you a white supremacist for being counterculture to their lies and manipulations and gaslighting and double standards. It could even be simpler than that. You could have someone that capitalizes black and white and whatever else. And they're still going to get mad and say, oh, you can't capitalize white.
Again, it's just shifting the goalposts to suit their mentally ill rhetoric of like trying to compartmentalize people into boxes, even though people come in such wide varieties because they're so fucking stupid.
So, again, double standards that they try and justify with a manipulative, corrupting, disingenuous framework. I could go on and on about that and break down further, but you get the point. So let's go back to Matt Hansen, who, if you recall, we got to that AP article because he was one of those people
and nobody's going after fucking Mantis, bro. Mantis is just frying shit.
You know, very typical guy. Like
Damage boosting everybody on that team.
I wonder how he feels about today.
Was reposted to Twitter where he was responding to the person Hamlet that said pronoun selector.
At least when I was playing Spoiler, I was able to shoot to that back line, but that ain't the fucking case now.
I tried to push for it before leaving WoW. At any rate, I think it should essentially be table stakes for new character creation.
They actually did it too. That fucking hell, man. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, thanks, man. Really needed that. Body type 1 and 2.
It's no secret that I do like androgynous characters, but people like Hamlet and Matt Hansen, these people are so lazy, bro. These sort of performative, virtue signaling, corpos, these actors, they're so lazy with this stuff. Like, oh, we can put a pronoun selector option in the menu. Wow, we're so great. 100%, we should do that. So how about you actually make like a compelling character that subverts the expectations of the reader or the viewer or the gamer and the character's identity in a way that's actually interesting.
Someone bring up Final Fantasy 14, it's crazy to me that like Final Fantasy has so many ambiguous characters that they just exist, and it's not like, oh, I'm trans or non-binary or bi-gender, whatever the fuck, right? Like, they're just there, and people don't care because the story's good. That's how you write a compelling character. Maybe not Yawn Trail, but you know, before that, yeah.
Has like actual lore.
It's not their entire personality, it's just their part of them.
Just putting an option in the menu, it doesn't mean anything. It's, again, just like the most lazy virtue signal and lazy attempt at forcing their worldview onto other people. How about you put in actual effort? How about you actually write compelling characters? But they don't. They make modern audience slop over and over and over again, and it always comes off so shallow and hollow, because to these people, that's all it really is. It's like, identity to them is very shallow and hollow.
Yeah, it's their personality, as opposed to something that is just there. It's them.
They act like they're so intellectual about this stuff, and you can clearly see by the way they actually write these things and go about it all.
I find it irritating when straight characters are hypersexual, all they want to do is like bang people. I find that irritating too.
They have a very archaic and rudimentary mindset. And yeah, I understand that they were talking about like a player character customization option, but my point still stands, and my point's about a broader scope. My point is about like the AAA industry overall, and how you see people like this put out slop like Tosh from Veilguard, from BioWare. I'm non-binary. They make this non-binary character, and it's like the most horribly written nonsense ever. And it's because they—
I wonder how many people who are non-binary identify with this shit too. They're probably like, man, this shit's fucking cringe. Talking to your mom in the middle of like a crisis about your fucking, your fucking stupid relationship issues or some shit.
Treated Tosh just like a character to check boxes on. Oh, we're so great, we're adding this representation. And they never actually made the character meaningful in any way.
It's just gross.
And that's what it's like with people like this over and over and over again. It's just checking boxes, virtue signaling, trying to push people to the political side.
Why do non-binary people need to be ugly in games? No, it's just the West. In Japan, there are many instances of characters that are non-binary, or their gender is ambiguous, or it's like fluid or whatever the fuck, right? There's so many cases, even from like the 90s to 2000s, early on, before any of that was like even a thing, like gendered politics and stuff, and like assigning people's like fucking, you know, gender assignment or whatever the fuck, right? That existed, and now modern audiences try to like pinpoint them and put them into a shoebox, but then if you actually look at it, like they've never actually talked about it, like the original creators, the original writers, because it doesn't matter, it's just a character in a story.
And they make them attractive too. As a matter of fact, I did. I actually went on about that for like another 2 minutes, but I'm cutting that out of this video. It's a bit too much. We'll leave it there. So let me know what you think, cycling back to the main topic about Matt Hansen finding out. Yet another person like that has found out. I'll leave it there. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the latest, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Yeah. Anyway. Al Bozo, Rip Bozo. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen's a good example of that. Yeah, nobody fucking cared. The only people that cared were the fucking Reddit freaks and the Twitter people. The Twitter schizzos. Yeah, go check them out! Hero Hey, Mr. Hero Hey, there we go. Alright, let's do it. It's not looking good. Graph go down. Women and men both suffering. Oh, uh-oh, stinky.
So look at this right here. The Americans married by age 30.
Watching the master at work chat.
In 1975, 91%.
Actually, I'm kind of interested in this. Who sets prices? Have minimum wage broke the gig work economy? Not
let's
long
see
ago.
it. Dude, that's interesting. Actually, you know, this is gonna be great. Yeah, this is gonna be great. We can learn about why minimum wages is an idiotic idea.
Two kinds of jobs appeared: app-based gig work. Dog walkers, TaskRabbit, DoorDash, and most common, Uber and Lyft drivers. Gig work is paid by the job, and some say not paid enough.
I'm just basically working part-time to pay my bills and survive.
Leftist media.
Working part-time and can't survive? No. What? What? No, really? You mean if you don't work like a normal ass job that you don't have enough? Really?
Media say gig workers are exploited.
We're paid as little as $2 a job.
So activists demand politicians do something.
We have a well-crafted solution.
Seattle politicians' a well-crafted solution was to guarantee delivery drivers a $26 minimum wage.
You get the dignity, you get the benefits of what's coming to you.
What could go wrong? After all, companies like Uber and DoorDash make so much money, they can eat the cost without raising prices.
Annual revenues of billions of dollars a year, so I wouldn't assume that prices are going to go up.
But they did.
Getting whipped with new charges on food delivery apps.
Oops.
It was 3 items of, Thai takeout food for $122.
I just deleted the app.
Obviously, when you're increasing cost to businesses, you're going to increase cost to customers. These are
What? But I thought if you do that, then the businesses just absorb the cost. What? What? No. Oh, no.
Very, almost unimaginably complicated markets where the company's main job is actually interfacing between restaurants and delivery workers and customers. And then you have, frankly, usually an economically illiterate city council or mayor who comes in and thinks basically by looking at an industry through reading the daily news, they can appropriately regulate the exact wage.
We want an economy in our city that works for everybody.
Hold on.
Regulate the exact wage.
We want an economy in our...
Enhance!
our city that works for everybody.
2 years later, the data is in, and drivers did not benefit. Why? Supply and demand.
Pattern recognition.
To pay drivers more, apps raise prices. So customers order less. DoorDash says it got 1.7 million.
No. What? You mean like if you force the wages to increase beyond what they're actually worth to pay, and then you increase the prices to make up for that because you're not making a profit anymore, and then people stop buying? What?
Fewer orders.
Why do you think it's slow in Seattle right now? Well, it's becoming slow because of the new law.
Businesses plummeted because of Seattle's new food delivery ordinance.
That's what happens when politicians micromanage.
They're so proud
we have
of
a system
themselves.
in America that decides fairness by what the market will bear.
But the politicians don't get it. They say we can fix it. We just have to tinker with it.
The market is actually deciding what someone's job is worth.
Seattle's then city council president realized they'd made a mistake.
Exactly.
I believe that
if I want to pay a person $1 an hour to pass my butter, I should be able to.
Created a
That's between me and them.
problem, and it's our responsibility to fix it.
Good. So they repealed their harmful law? No. She said, we just have to tinker with the numbers.
If we had
pass the butter passer.
gotten the minimum pay standard right, we would not see the decline in the revenue.
I'll pay you an extra. I'll pay you an extra $1 an hour if you also open my soda cans. Now open my soda can opener.
Give me a break. The conceit of politicians.
Yep. That's
yeah,
it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's where I got. That's where I got it from. What is my purpose? You pass the butter. Oh my God.
enterprise requires businesses to constantly adjust pay and prices to attract both workers and customers. Yet Seattle politicians confidently say the price we pick is the right one.
When you think about it, it's actually just patently absurd on its face.
Dumb as these rules are, the regulators have the power.
It's always absurd. Like, it's like the people in charge. It's so absurd, man. I was like literally, I was literally talking to because we were talking about like the structure for like Angel Sword and like how we're gonna like do the agency stuff, and I was like talking to Rana about how easy this is. Right, like, you know how taxes do like a thing where they're like, okay, well, you make this amount of money and then you don't pay taxes. And then if you make $1 more, now you pay taxes, but then it's like this amount of taxes. And then you make $1 over this threshold and then you pay this amount of taxes. You know, this could be so much easier if you said, okay, flat amount, if you make whatever number, let's just say, I don't know, $60,000, right? Any amount that you make up to $60,000, no tax, 0 tax. And then after that, every dollar is taxed at a percentage. And that's it. It's like so easy. Like anyone can do that, right? Like what the fuck? And like we have this like stupid fucking system that just doesn't make sense. It creates bad incentives. It's like, wait, so you made it even more complicated just to make it more ass? Like what is going on?
And they can
How is
force
this possible?
You're not going to have any improved well-being for people, and you're not going to have increased wages for those workers.
The same thing happened in New York City.
App-based food delivery workers are getting $19.56 an hour. But with the bump in pay came a reduction in tips.
The decrease in tips and increased competition for jobs offset all of the gains, basically, from that imposed minimum wage.
That upsets me.
Because the market pays for what's worth it. And if it's not worth it, then the job doesn't exist. That's how it works. It's called capitalism. It's called the free market. Yes, that's how it works. That's how it works when you don't force people to do bullshit. Oh my God, dude.
New York's new mayor.
If they literally left it alone, it would be better. Like that's like how awful these people are. If they just didn't exist and they just didn't make any laws, it would be better. They didn't make any of these regulatory bullshit. Like it would just be better.
Make no mistake.
Oh my God.
We will have those workers back each and every time.
It's this continual whack-a-mole tendency where, yes, the market responds. You need a new regulation to try to prevent that response. They think that the next regulation is somehow going to squelch the greed out of the system, but there's simply no way to do that.
Right. Competition's the only good way to handle that. We asked my mayor and Seattle City Council members, how do you know better than the push and pull of the market? They didn't respond.
A lot of politicians want to believe there's a free lunch or just a fixed pot of money that they can give out to the neediest people in America. The actual effect.
These people are like, yeah, you know what? We could just get the free money. If we just get his Lucky Charms, we'll have all the
it was
free
not
money.
to improve the well-being of any workers,
Oh my God.
but it was to increase costs for customers.
Just get his Lucky Charms.
And to sabotage one of the most successful businesses in the city.
One that pays people for something they like to do.
We got one more last pickup in Margaritaville. Let's go pick up that order. We're live here in New York City. Look at that.
Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you get our next one, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.
Guys, I need to watch more Sasso. Like this guy's the GOAT, man. Like honestly. This guy is actually so awesome. I need to watch more of his stuff. Jeez, dude. I hate the government so much, man. Like, they're so bad. Holy crap, man.
I'm not a big fan of the government. 30 on 30. I'm not a big fan of the government. 30 on 30 on 30.
Is this the one right here? The Tyler Robinson trial thing?
That's the bad guy in the Charlie Kirk assassination.
Oh my God. Is this the Brixton? Is this a Brixton mini fixture?
Glover is doing more to achieve justice for Charlie Kirk than Candace Owens and the retard right. Really puts things into perspective. Lance Twiggs, while reviewing surveillance footage of still images, says he recognizes Tyler Robinson. Full relevant quote. I'm gonna watch it.
Okay.
Okay, before he came home, had you seen the press releases, any of the media on this?
I'd seen one Instagram link a friend of mine had sent in our group chat. But I hadn't really looked into it at all.
And had you seen the images that were released of the suspect?
I did the next day. I don't think I saw any on the 10th.
Who was the sub?
I'm gonna show you.
I still remember exactly what was happening when this happened. I was in bed, and I was trying to beat the Uma Musume event. There was like a event, and I was trying to get the event card, and I was really close. I was like, I was just spamming runs to get it, and then my mom comes in the room, and she's like, "Leaflet, they shot Charlie," and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "No, right?" And I was like thinking like, "Oh, it's gonna be like Donald Trump or something like that, right?" Oh, okay, he's probably fine. Like, he's probably fine. Like, hopefully they catch the guy, right? And so I go on my phone and I immediately go into Discord, and I'm like, "Guys, I heard that something happened," and I'm looking through the thread, and not the thread, the channels, right? And this was in the political channels, right? And someone posted like the video, and I was like, okay. I was like, oh, there's a video. And I watched the video and I was like, bro, this is AI. So, bro, this is AI. What the fuck? There's no way, right? And then they're like, no, it's real. And I was like, what? And then I watched it again, and I was like, bro, he's dead. There's no way. And remember, like, everyone at the time was like, oh, he's going to the hospital. He's okay. And I was like, there's no way, bro. There's no shot. Like, from the video, I was like, dude. Yeah, it was like, it kind of like, I just, like, my whole, my whole, heart sunk, because I was like, oh, God, like, it's actually, he's actually gonna die. Right? And that was a really wild day. And like I was like, I was about to like rest, right? I was about to like sleep. I was about to go to bed. And I immediately I jumped out of bed and I was like, I have to stream right now because I need to look into this, right? So like I immediately went over to and dude, I was like, it was like I knew that was like that was the day that everything was gonna be like different, right? The day that happened, I was like, this is. And then you saw the response from the people on the left, and you saw everything that they were posting, and it was kind of like, bro, it's over, man. Like it's over. Like basically, any sort of time for well, we're all Americans and it's all good. I was like, it's over, man. It's so over. I was like, the first time I was thinking to myself, maybe this was on purpose, maybe this is why they did it. But I just started thinking to myself, man, what is even the point of being in the same country? I was like, why am I giving you my tax money? Why is everything I do paying into your shit? And I was like, why are we even in the same country? Because I don't even agree with you. There's literally nothing we agree. We couldn't be more opposite in what we agree what we think, right? We couldn't be more opposite on it. And I was like, it just seems pointless, Things are gonna get a hell of a lot worse before they get better. I know, man. I know. I don't know. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best, and I hope that's really all we can do.
A couple of those images.
Who do it be? Who does it is? Where's the image?
The thing is too. The other thing too is like Charlie Kirk dying was the other thing with that too is the kind of understanding that that could have been anybody, right? And it's. The whole "we are Charlie Kirk" thing, and I know it's it's been memed to death and stuff, but it's actually kind of true, in that they only killed him because he was in front, right? But that's can be anyone else after this point, right? It could be anyone else at this point. And you know, you never know anymore. Like they're completely crazy, right? Like I get death threats every day, so it's just kind of like I had to tell people, like, man, like I had to tell my friends, all right, like, listen, if I get assassinated, this is what we're gonna do. This is who's gonna take care of the company. Like this is who's gonna run the tabletop, and I had to do all that stuff.
There he is.
Hey, I'm on the FBI's website. You can see the URL there at the top.
Uh-huh.
This is some press release about this event.
Whom's do it be? Excuse me.
And here on the screen, you see these. Looks like there's 2 rows of 3 images.
It's all right, guys. Listen, I'm gonna do my best to at least take one of those fuckers with me. All right, guys. I'm gonna do my best. I got my 300 blackout. I'll try to get at least a 1-for-1 trade. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you recognize the person in these images?
I wouldn't say it with 100% certainty just because of camera quality, but that looks like him in terms of the shoes he's wearing, the sunglasses.
What can you do?
I don't think I've specifically seen him wearing that hat, but he was usually wearing a hat.
Special hat.
And then jeans.
You know why he was wearing a special hat? It's because he was balding. He was balding, and you can see that in his in the court pictures. You can see he's balding, so he's wearing a hat to cover up the fact that he's balding.
So.
Wait, what?
It definitely, especially the bottom, the last 2, definitely do look like him.
Pay attention to details, dude. I do. So like, I know I've said this before, but my streaming setup is like Five Nights at Freddy's. I've got a monitor that has every camera on my property, 360 degrees night vision, all on on a thing with like 16 TV, like little squares, and I can see like all of them. Yeah. So it's like gonna be really hard. They also like motion notify. That's why I always see it. Like that's why I saw earlier when I was like, dude, what the fuck is that? Right? When I saw the fucking raccoons. I saw like all of the freaking raccoon gang, right? I saw it because I have my cameras, that's why. And I got my gun over here. I got my... Right here, I got my 300 blackout. 300 blackout SBR with, I got critical defense rounds in here. And I got my EOTech EXPS3 on it. So. And it's right next to my lightsaber.
They do look like Tyler Robinson.
Yeah, just in case I have to engage in melee, you know.
Damn.
No, that's not all I have either. Is I also have a handgun. I've got a Springfield Hellcat 9mm, Hellcat Pro 9mm, and that also has the critical defense rounds in it. And potassium iodide. I'm so ready. I'm more ready than you could even understand.
Damn, it's almost like the guy with the gun that they caught later on who was, said that he was going to kill Charlie Kirk. It sure seems like it was this guy and not a random Israeli, laser beam. So they showed their surveillance where he was walking around campus that day.
Do you own flash grenades? Can you own flash? Is that legal? Dude, I want flash grenades. I feel like I'm just going to flash myself, though, to be honest.
I think that the Charlie Kirk thing, you know how a lot of people always remember the Sandy Hook thing and they keep in mind, they're like, this is why you can't trust Alex Jones and this is why Alex Jones is wrong. Well, I think that we should do that with the people that tried to make this into being Israel or something like that. And so that's it. And have you played Dark Light Survivor? No, I haven't. I don't even know what the hell that is. It's an IQ test. Yeah, I mean, like, that's really, I feel like that's really what's going on. And will Candace stop? I vote no. No, of course not. She can't. The Charlie Kirk's being death being mocked by the left is a perfect example of her fucked. I think that really, again, like, I don't, yeah, I mean, I think that those people are awful, but, you know, that's like a whole separate thing. Will we be live streaming the trial? I mean, I don't think that there's really a lot to look at, though, right? I mean, like, if I pull this up and let me see if I can find a Charlie Kirk trial. Let me see, can I find it and look at any of this? Yeah, this is some other Warcraft thing. What the fuck? What is this? Oh, wow, it had to give me an update. Oh, big update on BattleNet. The 50% off mounts, pets, and transmogs? Oh my god. I need to start playing the game right away. Get the fuck out of here. How annoying. So anyway, yeah, got your wallet. Yeah, and so, yeah, the criminal case against Tyler Robinson, men charged with assassinating Charlie Kirk. After several days of the disputes, new access to evidence, Erica Kirk found new motion. Yeah, there's another one. Let me see if I can find the rest of these. Yeah, major text messages. Let's look at some more of this. This is all from the Charlie Kirk trial. Here we go. Let's take a look at it.
It begins Wednesday, 11 p.m. Will you start reading underneath that?
Yes. So this would have been from Tyler. It says, drop what you're doing, look under your keyboard.
And I apologize, let me stop you there. How do you know that that message would have been from Tyler Robinson?
That's just, so any of the messages in gray would be from Tyler, and messages in blue would be from Lance. It's just with the iPhone distinguishes the messages.
Is that the trans person? The black text is the trans person?
Also, Lance in his interview also acknowledges that, who was saying what.
Legal defense wants to argue that anyone could have done it. Bullets, directions unclear. Public defendant is the same as Corey Richens' poisoned husband trial. I mean, again, like, yeah.
And up at the top,
the dark text is Tyler.
Fuck, I tried to delete that.
Tyler.
Wait, what's it? I love you, moi moi. Oh, God. I love your something, moi moi. Drop what you're doing. Look under my keyboard. What? You're joking, right? I tried to delete that. What?
All right. Sorry to interrupt you. So read that again, starting from look under the keyboard.
So after that, then Lance responds. He says, what? And then he says, you're joking, right? And then Tyler says, fuck, I tried to delete that.
What was it? What was it?
Scroll down to page 2.
What was it? I don't even know what it is.
And if you can continue reading along.
Okay. And Tyler says, I'm still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but gotta grab my rifle still.
Why would you type this? Why would you do this? Like, just listen, tell him and be like, listen, bro, I had to go see my family. I'm gonna be back and I'll tell you what happened.
Well, the reason's obvious. Is they're proud of it. They're proud of it. It's like, you know, he did the thing that they've been talking about the whole time. He's like, I had the balls to do it or whatever, right?
Really, it's so stupid. It's got to be a plan. Yeah, you're dumb.
To be honest, I had hoped to keep this.
No, well, okay. So is it possible that he's a plant? Sure, but at the same time, like, I can totally see one of them, like just based on what I know of like leftists and how they've acted in the last year, I can tell you for sure that they would do this. Basically, you see the cum towel stuff with the Charlie Kirk. Oh, wait, cum. Hex, what are you talking about? Wait, hold on. Thank you for the bits, but what are you talking about? The cum towel? What are you talking about?
Until I died of old age, I am sorry to involve you. And
you weren't the one who did it, right? I am. I'm sorry. Well, string them up. What are we waiting on? String them up. We know he did it. All right, the problem solved. It's that simple.
Lance replies, "You weren't the one who did it, right?" And Tyler says, "I am, I'm sorry."
Sorry for what?
Lance says, "I thought they caught the person." And then Tyler says, "No, they grabbed some crazy old dude and interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from the drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's
I want to
quiet,
see the
almost
next
enough
one
to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering."
We could scroll down to page 3.
Why did I do it? Yeah, because you're crazy. That's the reason why. Judge declined Erica Kirk's request to publicly show all evidence in the Charlie Kirk killing case.
Wait, why?
I don't know why they would deny that request. I think it's so silly. Tyler Robinson's defense team was just hit a huge blow after the judge ruled prosecutors can play never-before-seen footage of his alleged movements on the day Charlie Kirk was killed.
You believe this is Mr. Robinson returning to campus?
I do, yes.
Okay. And what do you believe is Mr. Robinson?
The shoes are the same.
Yeah.
And the images that we have are from my viewing and seeing Mr. Robinson on the video. It's the same person.
Now what do we see?
So it's Mr. Robinson coming up the stairs of the parking structure.
Why would you not?
Again, he seems to be having.
He should have worn an American flag mask. It would have been harder to catch him. Okay, I mean, if you had enough awareness to recognize where the security cameras were and then move your head this way, how did you not think about why would you, I don't understand how we can have an individual that is able to understand security camera placement and position themselves in that way, but at the exact same time tweets out, "Yes, my gay lover, I was the one who killed Charlie Kirk. Wait, it was you? Yes, it was me. I was the one who did it. It was not the old man. It was me. Me, Tyler Robinson."
It probably came with a at the end of it.
Dio Brando! What are you doing? How are you admitting it? Why would you do this? It's so stupid.
Why is he going up the stairs like that?
Watch the Lego drama?
And
What
again,
Lego drama? I'm not aware of it.
We're able to track Mr. Robinson when he leaves this parking structure?
Yeah.
Yes, we were able to.
Oh, the
and
gun,
again, in
right,
the top
right,
left
right. The
corner,
gun, you're
individual
right,
is
you're
now
right.
seen running across the rooftop of the Losi building
Oh, look at this.
to what would be the southwest corner of the building, crouching down and then crawling to the corner of the building.
You know what they need to do with because this has been a big problem for a while. I want to show you kind of my idea. So basically,
ooh.
So I was thinking that they could do this with all of the roofs. Is you could make like a spike thing, and that way and you wouldn't have them activated all the time, but like you would make them maybe like
you,
three.
Press the button and they come up like like it's a video game.
Feet high. Like, about like, I don't know, like a little bit more than this, right? And it would spike all of them up. And so that way, it's like if somebody annoying is on the roof, they can just push the button and it's just like, bzz, you're done, right? And why not all the time? Because sometimes you might have to get on the roof. You know what I mean? Like that's really, sometimes you should have to, you would have to get on the roof. And would you also remove the birds? Only the ones that I don't.
Or they can just. Difficult, I know. High technology, I know. But you could just put a big alarm on the door so that if somebody opens the roof access door, it makes a loud ass noise.
There are some birds I do like. There are some annoying birds, but otherwise, yeah. Like Sen's Fortress, exactly. I like the sound of that. So anyway, that's clearly what should have happened. I don't know why it hasn't already. So let's go back. I'll look at a couple more of these.
Also, does it have a serial number?
We could scroll to page 7. And I'll continue reading. I'll stop you on this page in a little bit.
Okay. So Tyler continues, IDEK, if I had,
I don't even
if I had
know.
a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me, I worry about prints. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits, didn't have the ability or time to bring it with.
And stop there, please.
Uh-huh.
And then if we could go to the next page, page 8.
Why did I do it? He said, I've had enough of his hatred.
And if you could start at the top.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I had enough of his hatred, so I'm going to shoot him. I'm going to kill him.
So Lance says, was your change of
Nice, fucking idiot.
Also, does it have a serial number?
So you had enough of his hatred, so you're gonna... So he's the one with the hatred when you want to kill him. Yeah, that makes sense. Classic leftist ideas.
And I'll continue reading. I'll stop you on this page in a little bit.
Okay. So Tyler continues, IDEK, if I had...
That's this whole thing. I already watched it. So, yeah, anyway, shot him with your tolerance and love. Yeah, he was killed with love. The bullets had... they had rainbows and hashtag BLM on the side.
Yeah, they were created by Care Bears.
Of them, and that's the reason why it was okay for him to shoot Charlie Kirk.
Made in the cloud.
What is this here? Judge Charlie Kirk sides with Eric. What is this here? Yeah.
This has not been easy, as you can imagine. And I think the family deserves to see the evidence that's been gathered in this investigation. They deserve to know what happened to Charlie.
I think it is a trial of public record. Like, it's about a public figure. It was around public issues. The public should know about this, right? I mean, it's in the public's best interest to know what's happening.
We urge the court to please, again, display the evidence here in the courtroom.
Thank you. Thank you to all parties. I appreciate the diligence and hard work that you've put in.
Len said in his deposition they never discussed politics, LGBTQ, gender identity stuff, which is really weird if they were in a gay and trans relationship. Why? I mean, there's plenty of gay people that don't think about politics all the time. They don't give a fuck. They're just gay and they like jacking off to furries. Like, they don't care who's the president. Like, it doesn't matter to them. Like, what matters to them is, like, they're a part-time job at Pizza Hut. Maybe they're also a part-time dog walker. And then also jacking off to furries and playing video games. That's it. That's their whole life. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't... The voting and, like, oh, there's a law they're going to do. Like, these people don't even leave the house. It doesn't matter what the law is to them. Like, the only law that matters is the thermostat. That's it. It's that simple. Projection.
Briefing, argument. These are important
experience.
Exhibits as it relates to.
I've seen them. I seen them.
What should be considered for, again, to be clear, these exhibits are being admitted to the court in its entirety. The question before the court is publication. It's in the courtroom.
Yeah.
And beyond the courtroom. And so this is the ruling as it relates to the briefing. Okay. I know it wasn't a formal motion, but I'm just trying to be thorough in my approach. This matter comes before the court on state's request to publish exhibits 16.1, 16.2, and 16.3 during the preliminary hearing and defendant's objection to that request. The exhibits consist of text messages between Mr. Robinson and a witness, Discord messages between Mr. Robinson and others, and a written note.
We gotta see him.
Stated tributes to Mr. Robinson.
I want to know about it.
Attorneys for Mr. Robinson argue the publication of the exhibits during the proceedings, subject to electronic media coverage, would create a substantial risk of prejudice and impair his rights to due process under the 14th.
We need to kill him. Speaking of process and due process and rights, we need to kill him.
I suggest polonium. What do you think, chat? I suggest method of execution, polonium. What's that we should do?
After this is over, it gotta be death penalty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Eye for an eye? Well, I mean, it's just, I think it'd just be the best way to do it.
Amendment. The defendant relies on Rideau versus Louisiana, Estes, and Skilling, and asks the court to consider any admissible exhibit for the purposes of the preliminary hearing while limiting their public
Hungry eagles? Wait, blood eagles? You mean like hungry? Oh my god, dude! What if you starved like 10 eagles and then you just put them in the same in a cage with
display or broadcast? The state responds that Rideau and
10
Estes
bald eagles
do not require a categorical restriction here. The state argues that the exhibits are materially different from the televised custodial interrogation at issue in Rideau because they are written communications allegedly made outside law enforcement custody. The state also argues that the potential prejudice can be addressed through trial management measures, including voir dire, and that the victim representative has an interest in being present for and able to follow important criminal proceedings. The court has considered the parties' arguments, the nature of the exhibits, and the procedural posture of this preliminary hearing.
Judge is visibly shaken
The
while
defendant's
watching what
due
happened
process
to Charlie
interests,
Kirk.
the public nature of the criminal proceedings, and the interests asserted by the state and victim representative. On the present record, the court is not persuaded that the publication of Exhibits 16.1, 16.2, and 16.3 during the...
Yeah, I remember whenever this happened, I was like driving to hospital to talk to my dad. And whenever Charlie Kirk got shot, and I showed the footage to my dad, and he was like... I was like, they're saying he might still be alive. And he goes...
yeah.
It's like, no.
That's what I thought
that
too.
Was brutal, man. Oh my god.
I totally.
Well, exactly,
felt
bro.
the
Like
same
that
way.
dude, like he was out, and yeah, there ain't no way. Yeah, it was obvious.
I've seen it so many times. I've seen it so many times, like close up, high def, and all that. Like there was no way, man.
The type of inherent or presumed prejudice that requires categorical restrictions under Rideau, Estes, and Skilling. Unlike the broadcast interrogation in Rideau, the exhibits at issue are written communications allegedly made outside police custody and are being offered in the ordinary course of a judicial proceeding. That distinction does not eliminate the possibility of prejudice, but it weighs against treating publication of the exhibits as presumptively unconstitutional.
It was so bad it looked fake.
The court
I know,
further
right?
finds that any potential prejudice arising from media coverage may be addressed.
Seen Candace panicking?
Thank
Candace
you,
is a
Evil
fucking
One. Thank
retard.
you.
Candace is a retard, and the moment like
Do you guys remember when we played that Candace Owens game on RFAB?
anybody that takes her seriously is also a retard. Like, does she say things that I agree with occasionally? Of course, a lot of people do. I mean, there are things that I agree with Karl Marx on. That doesn't mean that he's right. Doesn't mean he's not a retard. So, yeah,
Thanks
I
for the
mean,
gift
she's trying to
sub,
make a buck off
Anti-Commie,
it.
thank
Well, I
you.
think that Candace Owens wrote herself into a corner with getting so extreme that she's basically attracted some of the
It
most...
was on RFAB. There's a Candace Owens role playing game. And it's like you are Candace Owens, and like you wake up and it's like Israel's trying to get you. It's just great.
mentally ill people inside of her audience. And because of that, you know, I think what happened is that she kind of, it's like once you start riding the tiger, you can't get off. You can't stop being that crazy conspiracy theory person. Once you cross that Rubicon, you don't go back to being normal. That's it. The bridge is burned.
If necessary, through the appropriate trial procedures, including voir dire
She's not
and
wrong
any
for
other
asking
measures
questions.
warranted.
She is wrong for asking questions because they're stupid questions. Like this whole, I'm just asking questions. What if it was alien Israeli Mossad Jews that shot Charlie Kirk? No, I don't want to hear you. Oh, I'm just asking questions. It's just a question. What if it was the robots? What if it was Israel? What if it was Benjamin Netanyahu that called out a hit on him? No, it's just fucking retarded.
But what if it is aliens?
Then you'd be dead. That's the reality.
It's like, hold on, Candace. Are you telling me that there were aliens, I have a question for you. Before we continue, I have an important question. Were they hot?
Oh, well, Charlie Kirk, so this is the reason why they're going to kill Charlie Kirk is because, so Israel has this huge plan and they're going to control everything because, the Jews control it all. And now they're going to kill him because he's going to expose it.
Is this Candace fucking impression?
What are you doing? What are you doing right now? What are you doing? You're doing it. So why aren't you dead? Why haven't they killed you? There's no logic. There's no reasoning. Someone struck a nerve? I have. The reason why this strikes such a big nerve with me is because I think it is a destabilizing force inside of the conservative Republican Chud party. And it is a wedge issue that has been it's been invented and manufactured in order to divide people who would otherwise be united around destroying the unique evil that is
That's true.
Open borders, transgender kids, fucking like forcing gay stuff into kindergartens, putting pride flags in elementary schools.
It's like pointless.
Trying to force a curriculum of education that's all about how America is bad. Like all of these things are like these are the legitimate real problems, right? These are the big issues in my mind, right? At least social issues. You can talk about gas and economics and Iran and everything else, but I'm talking about social issues, right? These are the social issues that I care about a lot. And so those things are not being talked about. Those are like, because we all agree on these things, right? Everybody pretty much is on the same page here. Like eliminating DEI, like getting rid of affirmative action, removing preferential hiring practices, getting rid of all of these things. And so like this is like a poison pill that makes people fight against each other instead of fighting against the acknowledged unique evil of this other bad behavior. That's the reason why. Asking questions is fundamental to learning and getting the truth. What I'm saying is she's wrong and she hasn't made any progress in her depths of the questions. No, I don't think that all questions, like I don't know who invented the phrase, there are no stupid questions. Yeah, there are. There's tons of stupid questions. There's like millions of them. Like absolutely there are stupid questions. And there's also stupid people that ask stupid questions all the time. So no, I don't have any tolerance for that. I don't think like that. They're just morons, right? Candace hijacked people asking genuine questions about the weird stuff, the FBI, and now has made it about anything except accepting consensus from the government means you're insane and stupid. Yeah. Anyway.
Before trial, this ruling is limited to publication of the exhibits during the preliminary hearing and does not determine their admissibility
I talked
at
to
trial.
Charlie in a dream.
And I insert, if one occurs,
he said it was Israel.
Or foreclose any later request for relief based on a more developed record. Accordingly, the defendant's objection is overruled. As it relates to this preliminary hearing, the state may publish exhibits 16.1, 16.2, and 16.3, and the court is authorizing, with the exception of the third to last page on exhibit 16.1, because it contains information, including a phone number and address, to be redacted before publication in the courtroom.
So wait,
as it relates to 16.1, because it was publicly distributed by the state, that 16.1 in its entirety may be broadcast through electronic media.
Nice.
That's my electronic media. We're doing that right now. So yeah, is this the same guy handling Ben's case? I'm not really familiar. I don't know that. And so anyway, judge won't let all the evidence to the public go live. I think that they need to have everything go live. They need to have everything go public, period, right? We'll go through it piece by piece. I mean, I don't know why would you not want to have it all go public, right?
Wait, Utah
this is the
just
judge reaction to the shooting. I don't know if you saw it when Giga Viral. I have not seen it. This is the first time. And people always try to find an underlying reason why bad things happen, and the simplest explanation is the person is either insane or stupid. Yeah, most of the bad things that happen in the world are because somebody is either stupid or crazy.
I will get some. I
Judge
will get some
visibly
rest after
flinches the new
this.
Charlie Kirk shooting footage. Okay, let's see it.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I did.
And that concludes State's Exhibit 8.
State's Exhibit 8. Yeah, it has to be very graphic. Yeah, I bet it was. And that's the effect it had. Yeah, I mean, 9.4 million views. That's it. It will be as public in the trial. They're trying to not bias jurors before selection. I hope so. And yeah, he seemed disturbed. Yeah, a lot of people were disturbed about it, right? I think that's a good thing. And they used, oh shit, they might have used that camera. Oh my God.
Oh shit.
The fuck do you mean new footage? What do you mean? Do you think that they showed everything? Like, this person is always trying to misunderstand things, and their Criterion director's cut and they're keeping it from us? Yeah, of course. He's an actor. And also, Aura Loss. I mean, yeah. Oh God, they got the footage from the front
Aura
camera.
Loss, dude, I don't know, man, dude.
Right,
it would be
release the Kirk cut.
Like,
yeah, I wish you got a huge public trial for Candace Owens immediately.
If you haven't seen it, it's really brutal. It's like it's a particularly brutal clip. Yeah. I've seen it a lot of times.
After this, yeah. And trying to find a GIF about GG Economics on stream because they hit the same flinch, I bet. And what is this here? This man never watched a live leak video in his life. Yeah, he's like a fucking, isn't he like a Mormon or something like that? I don't know. And he created a new form of capital punishment.
Also, okay, so listen, I watched a lot of live leak. I watched a lot of, you know, a lot of old internet stuff. And I will tell you that the Charlie Kirk thing is particularly... It's particularly shocking because of the context of how it happened, right? The context makes it really important.
Serious, absolute fullest extent to the law. So footage that schools to Charlie's voice, the price you have to pay for freedom whenever the fuck is that loser. So this is somebody that's also supporting killing Charlie Kirk. I do want to say that I hope that, you know, now with the Charlie Kirk and like how these people, like, by the way, whenever you know, whenever this footage inevitably comes out, right? It will inevitably come out, you know, maybe a year from now or whatever. Like, you'll get to watch, like, these people want to kill you. This is what they want to do. They literally want to kill you. And so unless you treat them that way and respond accordingly, they will. Because that's what they did with Charlie Kirk. The only reason why they haven't killed you yet is because they don't think they can get away with it, right? That's it. The moment that they could do something to you, they would do it. So that's it. I think it's hilarious that they can kill us. They do. They think it's hilarious, and they want to support other people and then, you know, like, minimize the effect that killing Charlie Kirk had, right? And the fact that it happened. And do you think Kirk's death is bad? Wait till not McDonald, fucking Mitch McConnell dies. Yeah.
You know, all the people out there, you know who you are. If you try to hurt me, I'll kill you, basically.
I don't think people like Mitch McConnell. Like, nobody likes Mitch McConnell, and he's dying of old age. I think it's going to be the same as like Dick Cheney, right? Where it's like, okay, Rep Bozo, we hated this guy, like, or Henry Kissinger or somebody like that. Like, I mean, I think that's really going to be it. Yeah, it's his time. Like, I mean, he's an old man. Like, I think that somebody dying of old age is totally different than someone being assassinated, right? They just show him this because homie didn't know how Charlie Kirk died. Well, obviously, like, they're dead. Flinch and Epstein caught the bullet in the hand, a real plot twist. I mean, I don't know really what that means, but yeah,
it's like, I don't want to,
still an
but,
option,
you know,
needs to happen. Yeah,
I don't want to, but make no mistake that if you try to hurt me or my family, that I'm going to do everything I can.
I mean, like, you fucking pussy. I mean, again, these are also, like, I wonder how many more of these killings is going to have to happen. The whole Israel killed Charlie Kirk thing just takes away from the fact that a lunatic leftist killed him and thousands of lunatic leftists celebrated and mocked it. I know. And if it was up to me, I would go full Warhammer 40k Imperium, and I would completely destroy their lives in the most systematic and complete way possible. And I would probably extend some of that damage to their families as well.
Never hesitate. Hesitation is defeat. No, it's basically flowcharted in my brain. I've already thought about it. I've already flowcharted everything, so it's just automatic at that point.
I would be so brutal and so cruel about it.
That's why I said if a 12-year-old kid came in here with a gun and pointed at me, I'd still flatline them. I don't care.
it that you would write about it in history books. I would do it so bad, and I would be so extreme that people would be like, holy fuck, this is really bad. That's what I'd do. That's why I'd never run for government. It's exactly the reason why. That'd be over. For what?
Basically, I have no qualms about like these people who want to kill you. Like I've no sympathy for them. Basically, the instant that you want to enact violence on one of us, because of whatever your political issue is or whatever, you forfeit your right to live. In my opinion, like you're no longer a person. You're just a beast. You're just like a wolf in the woods, basically. And there's like really nothing. There's really no thinking about it.
For supporting terrorism and killing people. And also, like, by the way, it's not about being fair. I don't care about being fair. I care about completely removing these people from society. That's what I care about. These people are dangerous, violent, psychotic, murderous freaks.
I totally agree with Asmongold, like 100% here. He's 100% right.
That's what they are. They support this stuff. They advocate for it. And to the extent that we allow them to exist in society the way that they are now, they are just...
If they had the power to do it, they would kill each and every one of us just on the way down, basically. They would take out the most effective person, Charlie Kirk, and Charlie Kirk, Trump, and then they would just go down the list, basically, until eventually they get to you. That's what... Basically, the only reason you're not getting shot is because everyone else is in front of you, basically.
Breeding more of them over
That's
and
how I feel
over
about
and
it.
over.
Like, especially with Charlie, when he got shot, I'm just like, oh, that's just basically me, but like he was in front of me, basically. That's how I see it.
Crashing out, but right at the same time, I know. And they can vote, It's a huge problem. Remove, completely gone. Yeah, that's the way I would do it. And becoming more extreme by the day. I know you're fair to people that are fair. Yeah, you're unfair with people that are unfair. I am. And so, yeah, that's really it.
Did they say that like Asmon was being extreme? It's not really extreme. I don't buy the idea that it's and I don't know if this is what they were talking about with him, but just in general, when it comes to extremeness, I don't think it's extreme to say that if you want to hurt me, then you forfeit your life. I don't think that's extreme at all. Because they're the ones breaking the pact of non-aggression. And it's like, I'm not a big fan of like, well, if you break the pact of non-aggression, well, I have to respond with equal force. I don't believe that. Like if one of them, if they wanted to hurt me with a rock, I would be willing to use a Gundam. Does that make sense? I don't want it to be fair. I want it to be as unfair as humanly possible.
And what is this here? Get rid of them? Yeah, absolutely. And the fact that we put up with this is just crazy, man. Judge is going to recommend flaying.
Yeah, I'm going to put the cute and execute.
Now, I like the sound of that. That sounds like a really good idea. Unreasonable behavior must be met with sacrifices. Yes, definitely. And amen, brother, demons don't belong in this world. I like the sound of that. I actually believe this, that he wishes he hadn't done it. All the media have worked overtime to dehumanize.
Again, and all they have to do to not be a part of this is to just not try to kill us. That's it. Challenge impossible, I know. But like, all they have to do is they can bitch at me as much as they want. They can talk shit as much as they want. Whatever. I don't care. You do you. Call me a bitch. Call me a Nazi. Whatever the hell. That's fine. Right? But the moment that you try to take it to a physical force against anybody, you forfeit your right, basically. You forfeit your right to non-aggression.
Conservatives and incentivize direct violence against us. They're aware they're doing this, like that they're doing it, and they like the results of their doing it, and they like that they can hide behind the plausible deniability. It's not like I explicitly spelled it out or anything. Well, hey, I mean, again, this will last for as long as we let it. It will, and so I'm sure he wishes he had.
I totally agree. Like with Asmon on like these things, is that like it really is the fault. I'm gonna be real. It's really the fault of the government. And I know I always complain about the government. I know it's kind of mean, but it really is their fault because like this is the one thing that they're supposed to do. Their one job is to ensure the security of people. That's really one of their only jobs, and they can't even fucking do that, man. It's like unreal. It's like they let people get away with death threats, all of this shit constantly.
these kind of minor like line stepping in terms of like aggressing on people, they let them get away with it as well.
Hadn't done it because he's ruined his life and will be executed. Hopefully he feels.
What I mean by minor line stepping, I mean is like, by the way, guys, I'd really like if they killed that person, like that kind of a thing.
Remorse for his actions independently of their consequences, and he repents. Though I can't see him, though he can't seem to stop laughing in court, so I won't hold my breath. That seems like he's probably, I mean, it could just be nervous laughter too, like a meltdown, right? I think it's pretty easy. So, but ultimately it was just a fantasy. Charlie Kirk was not an evil man working to usher in an evil Hollywood regime. You are not a hero. You are a disturbed person who responded as intended to the rhetorical lockpicking of the media, and now you will be killed as a matter of clerical procedure, and it is good that it will happen. I really like, I love this guy. I do. I really like him. That is just, oh man. That's good. That's really good. I like that. John Doyle is the man. Yeah. And I hope that every other would-be or will-be assassin sees this and is dissuaded. But ultimately, there won't be any real change until the media is held accountable for their role in this.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Is basically the government holding people accountable for their violent rhetoric, basically.
That being said, I don't mean
again, like, all of the things that they'll say that I'm saying is violent, they're all 100% defensive. Right? They're like, oh, like, well, leave you're talking about, like, you'd shoot somebody. Yes, defensively, I would.
Our leaders to a frustrated, unrealistic standard of just arrest every journalist and streamer, bro, please. And but please, there have to be ways to respond to what we all, especially with the pundits themselves, knowing this is occurring. I don't accept that we can always sit on our hands. Well, you can always just invent new rules, or you can go out, like, there are a million ways you could do this. There are, and they just simply don't want to do that. And is it true that adding cat ears are there cat ears? I didn't notice. Are there cat ears in this photo? I can't tell. And let's see here. Good one. Can you enforce the rules that we have? Yeah, just enforce the rules that we have. It's easy. And the thing is that Parley Market gives Tyler Robinson a 42% chance of being convicted. So they think that it's unlikely that he's going to get convicted. Let me look at it right now.
No, it's homicide. It says homicide.
Let me pull this up.
It said homicide.
How can it only be 42%? Oh my God. How is it so low? Like, I don't even know, like, how? Like, are you kidding me? Are people retarded? That's insane.
Does murder count as homicide? Do they count that as the same thing? I don't know the technicality here.
It says that he didn't take the shot. Oh, Candace. Oh, because they're listening to Candace Owens. Oh, that makes sense.
They're different. Okay, then. So my analysis was right.
Now I understand it. Okay, well, no wonder nobody's investing. That's smart. Yeah. And, oh, here we go. Let's listen to this.
And, we have a unique responsibility to act from the heart of empire, the belly of the beast. The most important thing that we can do is take that empire down from within.
Our role ultimately is to facilitate our own empire's failure in ways that we can, ultimately to overthrow our own empire.
U.S. imperialism is not a thing that can be reformed away. It has to be overthrown through revolutionary struggle.
And to build a mass movement that can use the leverage of workers to hit the kill switch on American imperialism.
Holy fuck, man.
Imperialism.
I'm starting to see a common variable here.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy that these people are just openly advocating for terrorism and for destroying the country and sedition? And for some reason, they're not, like, nothing's happening to them?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that insane? Like, we just let this happen? Like, I don't understand why this happens. It's insane. Like, yeah, this is a terrorist. Why are they not being treated like terrorists? Exactly, yes. I don't know why we don't do that. And, yeah, it's that simple. It's mental illness. I know. Holy fuck, wokeism has rounded up the ugliest followers. I know that, guys. No one's brave enough to use sedition laws. The thing is that as I said, the way that I would deal with these people would be so bad that it would be in the history books. It's true. I would. Like, I would put these people in Guantanamo Bay. I would have them up on trial for...
Is it still up? We send them to McCamey Manor. I'm a fucking genius. We reopen McCamey Manor. We send them there.
Sedition. I'd be sending them to Africa. I'd be doing everything that I possibly could. And yeah, it would be over, by the way. This would be totally over. And put in a hole. Yeah, exactly, right. We'd reopen Guantanamo Bay, have them in work camps. This would be amazing.